of Azerbaijan. You are more than welcome. Today's forum is organized with support of the Ministry of Transport, Digital Development of Azerbaijan, Youth and Sports Ministry of Azerbaijan, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency, and Islam Cooperation Youth Forum. As traditionally, our forum would start with reciting of the Holy Quran ayats.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واضرب لهم مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض فأصبح هشيما تذروه الرياح وكان الله على كل شيء مقتدرا. المال والبنون زينة الحياة الدنيا والباقيات الصالحات خير عند ربك ثوابا وخير أملا. ويوم نسير الجبال وترى الأرض بارزة وحشرناهم فلم نغادر منهم أحدا. وعرضوا على ربك صفا لقد جئتمونا كما خلقناكم أول مرة بل زعمتم أن لن نجعل لكم موعدا. ووضع الكتاب فترى المجرمين مشفقين مما فيه ويقولون يا ويلتنا ما لهذا الكتاب لا يغادر صغيرة ولا كبيرة إلا أحصاها ووجدوا ما عملوا حاضرا ولا يظلم ربك أحدا صدق الله ربنا الأعلى سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Uca Allah'tan bütün duaların qəbul olunmasını dilirik. Bir daha hər birinizə xoş gəlmisiniz deyirik gün ərzində və
We supplicate the Almighty God to accept all our prayers. You're welcome to this 2 days forum, and we expect that your expectations would come true. And you've got bilateral meetings. That's very nice that we celebrate each other with a great round of applause. It will be a great motivator for you. Thank you. I would like to bring to your notice that we will have a very intense program covering 2 days of 17 and 18 November. For 2 days of the forum, we will cover the issues of entrepreneurship, investment, startup development. We will have panel discussions, but also B2B meetings, as well as a special program and other events. At this forum, we've got attendance from Islam cooperation organizations like public officials, business people, investors, startuppers, youth activists, international organizations, and diplomatic corps members. Before proceeding to the start of the event, we would like to invite you to watch a video about the tourism and investment opportunities of Azerbaijan. So please keep an eye on this video.
Its human potential dominance, internal stability, rich energy sources and other parameters turn Azerbaijan into an unmatched leader of South Caucasus. This country holds 60% of the region's economy. Azerbaijan realizes FDI bias policy supporting investors. Its gist is as follows: ensuring equal rights and opportunities for all investors. Strong policy and practice in protecting investors. When it comes to the terms of starting a business, the number of procedures to create a legal person is one only. Its duration is just half a day. First registration procedure is completely free. The permits for construction are issued electronically. The time for commissioning the constructed site is reduced to 10 days. One-shop window principle is on. A possibility to electronically apply for the connection to power grid. All services related to the property registration are delivered in the property services space. Social insurance rate paid by employers is reduced from 22% down to 15%. Foreign trade actors obtain constant use right via the Green Corridor issuance systems. Business people and residents of industrial and technology quarters obtaining investment promotion document benefit from significant privileges in payment during 7 years. Corporate tax reduced by 50% and only equals to 10%. 0% VAT for imported equipment and technology, 0% customs duty for imported equipment and technology, 0% land tax, 0% property tax. Successful continuation of the industrialization policy provided for the dynamic development of the non-oil sector. One of the effective mechanisms is the establishment of industrial parks and quotas in the country. The foundation of the Alat Free Trade Economic Zone was laid in July of 2021. The investors who set up their businesses in Alat, located in close proximity to Baku International Sea Trade Port, as well as next to important airways, highways and transportation roads, can conveniently get access to Middle Eastern, Caucasian. At the same time, upon importing Central Asian raw materials and semi-manufactured products to European and other markets, the opportunities to increase the processing depths at Alat Free Trade Economic Zone can also be considered. Europe, China, the United States, Russia, Japan and other countries competing with each other can benefit from the favorable environment and neutral position of the Alat Free Trade Economic Zone. As a result of that, Azerbaijan, together with its partners, can transform this economic neutrality for its own advantage. The resolution of the Armenian-Azerbaijani Nagorno-Karabakh conflict will elevate Azerbaijan into a qualitatively new level of economic growth. The territories liberated from the occupation have the development potential in mining, metallurgy, processing, food industry, tourism and recreation, craftsmanship, cereals cultivation, gardening, grape, cotton, fruit cultivation, cattle breeding, poultry, beekeeping, production of construction materials and other areas. Karabakh is an interesting area for investors by its resources, strategic assets, efficiency, and markets. The geographical location of this region opens access to foreign markets and attracts export-oriented investments. Azerbaijan is the reliable destination to integrate into your investment portfolio.
There's so much to explore all over Azerbaijan. Multicultural landmarks, ancient monuments. Find your own path. Through fascinating history and culture, with color and texture that excites and enchants, unique and unrivaled arts and crafts, uncover new dimensions, and embark on an unforgettable journey that could last forever. Azerbaijan, take another look. As the sun rises over the Caspian, get ready to embrace the day. Come and listen to the whispering sea. Make the most of Azerbaijan, with its mountainous beauty. Just stop for a second. Take in the incredible landscapes. Experience them every way you can. Reconnect with nature. Set your spirit free. Azerbaijan, take another look. We make it warm. We make it fresh. We make it good for you. We make it fast. We make it fun. Just feel the joy and fall in love with the best of Azerbaijan. Good for body and soul. It soothes your spirit. Embrace the most beautiful scenery. Dive in and relax. Life here is good. Azerbaijan, take another look.
Distinguished forum attendants, the President of the Brother Republic of Turkey, His Excellency Recep Tayyip Erdogan sent a message to the forum attendants. By your leave, I would like to introduce this message to you. Dear youth of beloved Azerbaijan, I greet you with a love and most heartfelt feelings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for your kind invitation. I wish success to the Azerbaijan Investment and Youth Entrepreneurship Forum. I welcome all my young brothers or sisters attending the forum from different corners of the Islamic world and Azerbaijan. I congratulate all authorities and government of Azerbaijan that contributed to the organization of this forum. I would also like to thank my dear brother, President Ilham Aliyev, for his support in implementing this initiative. On this occasion, I once again commemorate the heroes who liberated Karabakh after an epic struggle of 44 days. After 30 years of occupation, I wish our veterans good health and well-being. Under the slogan, One Nation, Two States, we strengthen our cooperation with beloved Azerbaijan in every domain, and we're walking towards a prosperous future with confidence stamps. I sincerely believe that with you as young people taking ownership of the future, our days of tomorrow will be much brighter than today. It is fundamental in this process that our young brothers and sisters, whom we see as assurance of our future, preserve their faith, language, and culture. Based upon the principle, united we stand, divided we fall, I do expect to particularly strengthen your ties of brotherhood that stretch from the outset till eternity. I thank our Creator to help us all. I wish all the best to the forum. Once again, I salute you with love and passion. His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President of the Republic of Turkey. Distinguished guests, and now this floor is given to the Deputy Secretary of the Islamic Cooperation Organization on Social and Economic Issues, His Excellency Mr. Ahmad Kavesa Sengendo.
Together for Mr. Sengendi once more again, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Your Excellency, Mr. Rashad Nabiev, Minister of Digital Development and Transportation, Your Excellency, Mr. Elnor Aliyev, First Deputy Minister of Economy, Your Excellency, Mr. Orhan Mamadov, Chairman of Small and Medium Business Development Agency of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Your Excellency, Mr. Tahayan, President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, Your Excellencies, Heads of Delegations, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am delighted to address this Azerbaijan Investment and Youth Entrepreneurship Forum taking place in this beautiful and historical city of Baku, Republic of Azerbaijan. Let me at the outset express my appreciation to the government of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum for the organization of this important event and for inviting me to witness the great activities planned for this event. The theme of the event is Towards Youth-Driven Future. I wish, therefore, to state that the OIC member states are currently home to over a quarter of the world's youth aged between 15 and 24. In the case of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the number of youth is about 22% of the total population in that age group. As you know, youth can advance the innovative legacy of the Islamic civilization when provided with the right opportunities, resources, and enabling environment. In this regard, We need to empower youth by enhancing their knowledge and skills and improve their quality of life by addressing socio-economic and civil participation in society. In this context, this forum ought to be used as an exceptional opportunity for the governments, investors, and startups to network among themselves and better understand how to maximize the potential of their external positive influence on the dreams and aspirations of our young people we call the youth. Further, it is my hope that participants to this forum will seek for and build synergies robust enough to effectively and responsibly activate the ever-growing global community of entrepreneurs in various fields for the common good of all the citizens of our member states and humanity at large. I wish to take this opportunity to call all OIC member states to create special startup funds in order to support startup projects in their esteemed countries. Young innovators face difficulties obtaining financing for their ventures because financial institutions remain hesitant to invest in youth-led enterprises and innovative projects due to prejudices and limited understanding of groundbreaking technological developments such as artificial intelligence. Blockchain and financial technology. Further, most young innovators oftentimes do not have adequate research and development facilities, power supply, affordable internet, and other inputs which obstructs their ability to develop competitive solutions to modern problems. Additionally, youth are also facing several attitudinal and additional hurdles based on their background, gender, socioeconomic status, etc., that negatively impact young innovators' innovative intent and spirit in OIC member states. The startup projects are definitely promoting youth entrepreneurship in our modern world. It is clear that entrepreneurship boosts economic growth by introducing innovative technologies, products, and services, as well as helping reduce poverty and stimulate long-term economic growth. Certain OIC member states underperformed in terms of attracting and hosting foreign investors, despite having large-size economies, young and dynamic populations, and abundant natural resources. We need now to shift our current focus to transforming our rich natural endowments and potentials into actual development in the appropriate sectors. In this regard, policymakers and the business communities concerned at national and international levels need to meet and exchange knowledge and articulate commitments to improve the investment climate in our member states. Consequently, the entry into force of the OIC Agreement for promotion, protection, and guarantee of investments will definitely facilitate investment flows in the OIC countries. In this regard, I wish to state that the implementation of the various multilateral instruments of the OIC on trade facilitation, as well as our current trade financing, could also facilitate access to a wider range of products in an expanded OIC market. There are other OIC trade promotion activities in the form of trade and specialized fairs in tourism and handcraft, agro-industry, technology, and construction sectors. Your Excellencies and distinguished participants, I believe that this forum will present the necessary bridge that must exist between theory and practice and between policymakers and entrepreneurs. Translating theory to practice is critical, for an idea not put into practice can never grow bigger than the brain cell it occupies. There is no doubt that today's deliberations will promote young entrepreneurs and startup projects in the member states and give boost to creativity and innovativeness, which are the key drivers of a knowledge economy. We must provide opportunities for the young citizens of our countries to shape the future they desire and deserve, well aware that the best way to guarantee themselves that future is to create it themselves. In conclusion, let me express the hope that participants will come up with concrete proposals and identify specific areas for the development of SMEs in our member states to create an enabling environment, an enabling investment climate. It is also my hope that this event will promote young entrepreneurs to invest in Karabakh economic zone so as to make the region not only habitable but also flourishing far beyond it was before the occupation by Armenians. I wish you successful deliberations and thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hörmətli qonaqlar,
Distinguished guests, and now the floor is given to the Minister of Digital Development and Transport, His Excellency Mr. Rashad Nabiev. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, I would like to salutate you in Azerbaijan on my behalf, but also would like to express my profound gratitude to forum conveners for this inestimable opportunity. And I believe for these 2 upcoming days, you would enjoy the panel discussion as the previous speaker said. You would discuss small and medium enterprises development, business environment, perfection, and we'll share your distinguished ideas, but more importantly, you would provide your valuable suggestions to the policymakers and civil society. I believe that the topic of this forum is very crucial: investment and entrepreneurship, because in present-day world, investment and entrepreneurship are deemed to be the key drivers of the globe and the global economy. The final transformation of the investment into the products and manufacture requires favorable conditions and favorable business environment. And I believe that the upcoming speakers would elaborate the accomplishments of the last years in our country, and they will provide you with detailed information. I do believe our country had so many achievements in the last years in this regard, but what I would like to speak is the environment and conditions for youth entrepreneurship and startup development. And one of the key factors behind is initiativeness, or take initiative. Take initiative implies getting new knowledge and exciting interest. Recent years' pandemics not only unfolded and unlocked the risks related to the healthcare, but also provide opportunities for upgrading skills and knowledge as computers did in the past. From this perspective, our ministry fulfills a set of functions and obligations, and we are moving forward with necessary pace in this regard. First, we need to speak about the dissemination of the knowledge in virtual area. We need to update our infrastructure. The good news is private companies are key drivers of the digital area development. Once they pass this way of development, now they are key companies. They're boosting digitalization. Secondly, we need not to be limited with secondary and tertiary education for getting new skills. Lifelong learning is a must, and in our capacity of the ministry, we do believe that if these people are endowed with necessary potential, they anyway may get necessary skills and competences. We've got Technicity project implemented by the ministry. Every single year, some 3,000 youth can be employed at the IT market of Azerbaijan. We need to expand this opportunity, to extend this possibility in order to provide several thousand more technical specialists. As for lack and scarcity of innovations in Azerbaijan market, there are ideas like that, and we agree to these ideas. Unfortunately, ecosystem is not full-fledged and not well established, but the biggest challenge is non-unfolding of the human capital. If the IT companies offer highly paid jobs at the present market of Azerbaijan, they may avoid setting their companies and taking the risk because the opportunities cost is very high. What we're seeking at the moment, we would like to introduce to the IT market so many specialists that after saturation of the market, we need to know what works and what doesn't, so that the companies may take their risk. For taking ownership of the risk, they definitely need to be assured in intellectual property guarantees. Lastly, Azerbaijan underwent legal and court reforms, and a very good pace allows us to think that the knowledge and skills of the youth would get monetized in the future. And finally, one of the key projects related to the virtual area is a cybersecurity project. It implies both public cybersecurity but also cybersecurity of the small and medium enterprises. Recently we signed a very prominent agreement with Technion University, and some 9 lecturers would work at a specific center for cybersecurity. So this is the end of my presentation. Once again, I would like to highlight that the government of Azerbaijan and His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, believe in the future of the youth of Azerbaijan and make their best for unlocking the potential of the youth. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Minister. By leave, we would like to give the floor to the next speaker. The floor is given to Mr. Elnur Aliyev, first Deputy Minister of Economy of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to salute you at the Investment Youth Forum of Azerbaijan. I would like to express my gratitude to the forum conveners. Azerbaijan cooperates both bilaterally and multilaterally with IOC members. It comes as no surprise that soon afterwards, after regaining independence, Azerbaijan became a member of Islamic Cooperation Organization, and recently Azerbaijan started to cooperate in many areas like science, sports, economy, and so on. Noteworthy, Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, which is a convener of this forum was established in 2014, the Foundation Forum in Azerbaijan. Distinguished guests, Azerbaijan seeks more cooperation and brotherhood between ICO countries. In the opening remarks of this forum, we need to highlight promotion of investments and setting a platform for promotion of Azerbaijan as the area of investment. Present guided activities on diversification of economy, improvement of the business and SME environment requires necessary steps, and we are still taking these steps. Azerbaijan should be more innovative and boost its economy with economic drivers. We target reintegration of our liberated areas. We've got big expectations from investors in this regard. We seek increase the activity rate of the youth, support of startups, implementation of investment projects, and the state supports the project in this regard. Not surprisingly that we experience increase in regard of the youth entrepreneurship. Globally, we know that in many countries there is a downslope, but in Azerbaijan in 2021 our GDP is 20.1% and non-oil sector increased 7%. And monetary reserves exceeded 56 billion US dollars, and foreign trade exceeded 64 billion US dollars. So we've got a positive balance. From 2003, Azerbaijan economy tripled and export increased 7, non-oil sector 7 times, and foreign currency reserves 13 times. Quite naturally, it required strengthening the defensive capacity of Azerbaijan. As you know, for 30 years, universally recognized Azerbaijani lands were under occupation. As a result of 44 days of Patrick War, Azerbaijan restored historical justice under the guidance of the President Aliyev. Specifically, we would like to highlight Islamic Cooperation Organization always supported Azerbaijan during the 30 years of occupation, but also after liberation of those areas. Today, restoration of Karabakh and integration into the entire economy of Azerbaijan is a key task of Azerbaijani government. In national priorities till 2030, we specifically highlight integration of the liberated areas. We started activities in return to Karabakh projects. So first we started with mine cleansing and infrastructure setting. One of the key obstacle in return to Karabakh is mine areas. Unfortunately, mine contamination makes Azerbaijan third globally. Currently, mine cleansing is arranged without any correct mine location maps, and more than 260 people suffered from mine explosions. Anyway, Azerbaijan taking initiative in this regard. Azerbaijan has made Karabakh as a construction site. The President of Azerbaijan approved the first state program for return to Karabakh, and it implies reintegration process, but also taking ownership of the risk. Besides, it incorporates fundraising for these activities. We set some activities and we set some institutions for designing a master plan, and we're still in the process. For a short time, road infrastructure was set, and new energy power stations were restored. Fizuli and Zangilan now house international airports. They use cutting-edge technology, green energy development, and a smart village development happens in Azerbaijan. After these initiatives, Karabakh would be one of the most sustainable populated area. The Agali 1 project was implemented, and residents came back to their home village. Azerbaijan 6 investment promotion. The government invests a lot in these areas. Economical reintegration of the liberated areas, but also benefit of the international transit routes would be very instrumental to both to the country and the region. Transit, energy, sustainable sources, and natural sources are in abundance in this area. We need to implement cost-effective models for development, Agdam Industrial Park, and establishment of Ares Valley free economic zones are vivid evidences of these activities. We provide some exemptions and incentives to the investors in those areas, and that would be very beneficial for the project's implementation. What I said, just a tiny portion of investment promotion activities. We have another activities, unfortunately unprecedented, unexpected COVID-19 pandemics restrictions push us to redesign our activities and seek new markets. Currently, Azerbaijan, including Karabakh, provides new favorable opportunities for business and investment development. Hopefully, this forum would provide a good platform for sharing ideas, setting new relations between investors, and provision of the new opportunities for cooperation. I wish you all the best. And thank you for your speech, distinguished guests. Where I live, I would like to introduce the next speaker. The floor is given to Mr. Göksel Ashan, the Director of the Financial Office of the President of the Republic of Turkey. Mr. Ashan, you're welcome. Hello, Baku. Truthfully, I believe that there is a big assembly over there. I also would like to appreciate the coming of many attendants. Previously, when I was invited to the event like that, there was an invitation to the opening ceremony of the Fizuli airport, and I said that to the dust of Fizuli is in my shoes. Lastly, I felt the opportunity, I missed the opportunity to participate in the opening ceremony of Zangilan Airport. Hopefully, I will visit this airport in the future. This forum would bring inestimable opportunity for Azerbaijan, Turkey, but also other youth activists. Before starting my speech, as you know, last week we were attacked by the terrorists, and I prayed to God for forgiving the sins of our martyrs. We have got wounded people. Thank goodness their treatment is on the way. Of course, that saddens us. However, the entire globe should definitely know that if we Turks call a piece of land our motherland, we would not retreat. I would not give a concession to anyone. Just we always remind that to the globe. And 2 years ago we reminded to the Armenian, but still they cannot get it. Hopefully we as Turks would always remind these principles to all. As we are united, not a portion of the land would be given to anyone from the Turkic geography. I always praise the ones like that, but sometimes many people believe that we are brought together, speak and live. I'm not a fan of this idea because I believe that unification of the people is very precious, and there would be panel discussions or panel sessions for the youth participants, and we'll discuss new investment opportunities as it happened last time. Maybe we would have a portion of very successful startup, and it would be a great achievement for us. Therefore, I always try to support this initiative. Hopefully, and inshallah, as we are here, we are supporting Azerbaijan. I always seek the pretext to visit Azerbaijan. I would like to let you know, without wasting your time, that as I stated in my previous speech at a similar event, in Turkey we use a lot of participatory or participation finances for provision of better availability and accessibility. I stated about strategic plans, and our strategic developments finished, thank goodness. The President opened the new program of strategy development areas, and Turkey and the entire Turkish and Islamic geography seeks more opportunities from participation in finances areas. We also speak about startups as a fintech strategy paper. Financial technologies development strategy paper. Hopefully we would publish it soon. But besides, I believe that Arda would speak about new initiatives in Islamic Financial Center. Islamic Financial Center is deemed to be a Islamic financial technologies as Islamic Technical Park. We've got a fintech park. And we expect the coming of the youth investors from Azerbaijan over there, because we believe that fintech would be a very promising area in the coming years. Okay. We always have opportunities for investors from Azerbaijan. I also would like to remind you one aspect of investment, and then I'll finish my speech. We're slightly different from the rest of the world, and we should never forget it. Of course, we invest for a profit. We are seeking profit like everyone. However, we have another commitment. Our investment project should bring favor for the people. We are not a unicorn fans. Of course, we have unicorns, but those unicorns should bring favor for the masses. Why I specifically highlight it? Because if you have a quick look over the participation finances, we are seeking a trade facilitation, we are seeking a profit making. However, it should do a great favor for the people. It should be designed in a way that bring in favors to the people. I strongly recommend the speakers and participants to start up their businesses and make profits. However, all of us check if this profit, if this investment bring favor to the people. Thank you for inviting me here. Distinguished forum attendants, among our guests there is Mr. Salim Ermat, Turkish Genesis Foundation or Turkish Varlık Foundation. Salam alaikum.
Esteemed representatives of the international organizations, His Excellency Ambassador of Turkey to Azerbaijan, ladies and gentlemen, great young minds that gathered here for this organization, I'm pleased to be here at the Azerbaijan Investment and Youth Entrepreneurship Forum, and I'd like to express my gratitude to ICYF, Taha Bey. Even though I'm attending many of the events, I'm still having problem to say the initials. Sorry for that. It means that you have to invite me more, I think. And SMBDA and their esteemed presidents Taha Bey and Orhan Bey for organizing this valuable event that gathers these great young people and business environment together. Just by looking at the topics, I must say that it is inevitable to feel the enthusiasm with the incredible sessions await all the participants here. And of course, for us, for me, and I'm sure for all citizens of Turkey, being here at Baku means a lot for us, because there is no country like Azerbaijan that we share a common history, culture, and language for us Turkey citizens. So the relationship between two countries, I mean Azerbaijan and Turkey, has always been an unique one. Merhum great leader Haydar Aliyev Kabri Nur olsun once formulated this vision as in a great word, saying that one nation, two states. And this expression is not just words, it's proved to be with all these relationship between the two countries, the brotherhood, and especially after the great victory that we witnessed in the November 8th, and it's a great coincidence, maybe not a coincidence, it was a very deliberate move, and I want to congratulate the organizers here to make this great event in the brink of this week for the after the 8th of November. It is, of course, now much more meaningful for us to be here. It was a victory definitely for Azerbaijan, great people of Azerbaijan, and they are destined to fulfill this historical mission under the great leadership of His Excellency General President. But it was not only a victory for Azerbaijan, we believe. It was victory for Turkey, it was victory for whole Islamic world. So we were proud of that. So every time we come here, we feel this great vibe. And I was very honored to be a part of His Excellency President Erdogan's delegation just after the victory, and we had the opportunity to visit this region, Shusha and Karabakh. So it was very interesting, and this is why every visit we are having here, it's not only for business or for tourism, but it's something more for us. And now two countries not only stand up together, shoulder to shoulder, not only act as brothers, but now the business and the bilateral relationship between the two countries are also thriving. When you look at the numbers, we started to see the results, some concrete results. For example, the foreign trade volume now reached the $5 billion level, but as you know, the target between the two countries is to reach $15 billion in the near future. So this means we have to work too much. And also, as Turkey Wealth Fund, maybe I must mention very briefly about our institution. It's an institution established with some strategic goals to provide equity to strategic investments, enhancing the value of the assets in the portfolio, and also reinforcing the improvement and the deepening of the financial markets. I would like to also, talk about some details. For example, our fund is actually a financial structure, one of the biggest financial structures in the MENA and Eastern Europe region, with a total asset size of $250 billion and with an equity size of $30 billion. And Turkey Wealth Fund serves to contribute to the economic development through investments, supporting national companies and to enable them to become regional and global champions, assisting in financing large-scale public infrastructure projects, and also taking steps to deepen capital markets, investing in strategic sectors such as technology, transportation, or energy. Interestingly, especially the last three sectors that I mentioned are also the sectors and also among the top industries in Turkish startup ecosystem, including 26 companies spanning 7 sectors and with 2 licenses and some real estates. Each asset in our portfolio is strategically important in its respective industry in Turkey. You know some of them. I think I saw 2 of them. I see 2 of them in the the sponsor companies: Turkish Airlines, Ziraat Bank, Turkcell, Türk Telekom, Halkbank, Vakıfbank, Istanbul Stock Exchange, Borsa Istanbul, and Turkey Insurance are some of the companies in our portfolio. And of course, here, for especially considering the content of this meeting, I have to address a new asset of Turkey Wealth Fund, which I believe will be interest of the young entrepreneurs here, the Turkey Technology Fund. Earlier this year, we announced together with the Abu Dhabi's Sovereign Wealth Fund, ADQ Holding, Abu Dhabi Development Holding, we announced together a $300 million tech fund to invest in and grow in Turkey's technology ecosystem. And this initiative has the commitment by both sides to scale this up to $1 billion US. It will be a technology platform which is called Turkey Technology Fund. This tech fund is designed to accelerate the growth of Turkey's technology ecosystem by deepening access to venture capital through dedicated funds, investing in disruptive technologies to drive growth in Turkey Wealth Fund's traditional portfolio, and also advancing strategic technological investments in sectors critical to Turkey's development. As the investment arm of Turkey, we find this step very vital. Through Turkey Technology Fund, we hope to finance and support leading entrepreneurs out of Turkey and creating world-renowned startups. Turkey's technological capacities, supported by the ongoing reform process and incentives, created a thriving startup ecosystem, especially in the last 2 decades. And the Turkish startup ecosystem now, we believe, has all the key stakeholders. On the funding side, networks, angel networks and venture capital, and also private equity funds. And on the supporting side, accelerators to technoparks, mentors, and the government agencies. And Turkey has a population of 84 million people, with an average age of 33 at the moment. I have to mention this because it's also an interesting number. I worked in the investment office, President's investment office for more than 10 years. And when I started working for this institution in 2006, the average age of Turkey was 29. Now it is 33. Considering His Excellency President Erdogan's continuous, the emphasis on the youthness of the population, I think this number is becoming more important, not only for Turkey, for the whole region, for Azerbaijan, for our neighboring countries and the Islamic world, which was seen as a liability by the Western world in the history, now seems to be an asset that is very critical for the startup ecosystem and the technology investments. I will be sharing some interesting numbers here. For example, in Turkey, every year, 1 million fresh university graduates are entering to the market, and 75,000 of them are either engineers or engineering-related areas. And when you look at this growing population, you see that this is becoming an important market for the technology investments. For example, These are interesting numbers. I don't know whether they are all, the positive or good things, but I will be sharing them. For example, Turkey is the 6th largest market for Instagram, 7th largest market for Twitter, 9th largest market for TikTok, 12th largest market for YouTube, and the 14th largest market for LinkedIn, and again 14th largest market for Facebook globally. And furthermore, Turkey is the 7th largest market for mobile apps based on the total number of application downloads. With these figures, you see Turkey proves to be an interesting production and testing ground for technology developers. But I'm sure that the numbers are not only for Turkey, for this region, for Azerbaijan, for MENA region, for Eastern Europe, but especially considering ICYF and its mission for the Islamic world, I believe the numbers are likewise. And thanks to that potential, I think, in less than 2 years, Turkish startup ecosystem created 1 decacorn and 3 unicorns. In 2021, by the way, 294 startups raised a total of $1.6 billion from angel investors and venture capitals, setting a new record for Turkey's startup ecosystem. And Turkey became the 10th in Europe and 2nd in MENA region in terms of startup investments. In 2021, again, as for capital raising, grocery delivery, gaming, PropTech, FinTech, and blockchain were the leading verticals, whereas gaming, artificial intelligence, deep tech, FinTech, and health tech led the number of deals. In 2021, just to give some more details, the gaming sector became the center of attraction. In 2022, this year, January, Dream Games raised another $250 million capital in Series C funding, and the total valuation reached $2.75 billion. And also, another unicorn in grocery delivery sector, Getir, maybe you know them. Its valuation reached $7.5 billion. E-commerce platform Trendyol received Turkey's largest ever investment in the maturity state. A consortium of private equity investors acquired close to 9% with $1.5 billion investment, which carried this company's total valuation to $16.5 billion. So Turkey expects more unicorns to emerge in the near future with the backing of a major startup ecosystem, a large and young population, which I mentioned the importance, I think, with high-tech penetration rates, and affordable and competent developer pool, and increasing investment trends in diverse industries, and successful exits to global companies. International financial investors are also very welcome to invest in Turkish startup system, and either directly through the funds or benefit from the next successful exit rounds. This is why Turkey wealth funds and other important investments, which is also mentioned by Göksel Bey, our President of Finance Office, is very important. The Istanbul Finance Center, which is our also partnered by our finance office, is will be very critical for investments and for the financial ecosystem and startup ecosystem too, we believe. Once it is in operation, Istanbul Finance Center will become not only a leading center in financial service industry, but it will be a most suitable home for private equities, investors, and global finance startups. We have seen how startup economies became great drivers and contributors to countries' overall economies. Throughout my career, especially when I was in the investment office and now as the chairman of the CEO of the Wealth Fund, I have had many opportunities to bring together investors and founders to their incredible and inspiring stories, which is why I cannot underscore the importance of events like this. It's a great enthusiasm to be here, but as also Göksel mentioned, The follow-up meetings that you will be holding together here will be the most critical things you will be having. I think out of the, the conversation among these great minds, there will be lots of new opportunities, new, the stories will appear. And this now, in the brink of this interesting time of the history, has the highest potential to turn into numbers, to turn into great investments, which will not only, make the country's thriving economy, but also serve some better goods for the humanity, for the Islamic world, inshallah. So, if you have an idea or a vision you genuinely believe in, turn it into a business, plan it out, and investments definitely will follow. And I'm looking forward seeing what great ideas, networks, and insights you will derive from this forum, inshallah, in the 2 days. Under Turkey Wealth Fund and Turkey Technology Fund, we are looking forward meeting and incubating the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. You never know, you can never, the estimate when we will be come across, inshallah, in Istanbul, in some other global centers, but inshallah, one day we can find each other in partnership for some great investments, and I hope these kind of events will be, contributing to this aim. I would like to express again my thanks to everyone who contributed to this organization and the forum once again, and I look forward to meeting with esteemed guests and delegations here today and tomorrow. I want to thank all of you for listening, and inshallah see you in Baku and Istanbul and a next center that our great hosts will be organizing an event. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Değerli qonaqlar, söz veririz.
Distinguished guests, I'm floor is given to Secretary General of Islamic Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, His Excellency Mr. Youssef Hassan Khalafi.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Just 2 years ago, it was out of my imagination to think that I'll be standing here in front of you talking with lots of friends. So I'd like to start with thanking my friend, my dear friend, Mr. Musaif, for introducing me to that circle of distinguished people like Mr. Orhan and the rest of our esteemed people here. And I'm looking forward to work closely to introduce more relationship with the rest of business communities around the Muslim world, as the Islamic Chamber of Commerce is the largest representative of the private sector and business communities around the Muslim world, and also around the world closely with the Muslim business minorities. Today we are here to celebrate youth in general, and specifically our entrepreneurs. And I hope not just to celebrate the entrepreneurship in 2 days. I hope we can celebrate entrepreneurship for the whole year. And this is maybe something strange for some of us. How can we celebrate the entrepreneurship for the whole year? This is something we need to consider. To celebrate entrepreneurship, we need to build the ecosystem, the full ecosystem of entrepreneurship, so that we can really empower the entrepreneurship, like Professor said in his speech. Empowering the entrepreneurship should be our strategic goal. all of us knows all that numbers talking about entrepreneurship around the world, and just our friend Mr. Arda raised also the numbers of the youth. This is our power. Our power is not just the natural assets we have around the whole Islamic world. It is really the capital that we have, which is those young generations who are willing to develop themselves, to develop their communities, and to do quite a lot to develop our situation. Don't forget that we came from a huge heritage. Our civilization has guided that world for more than 1,000 years. And this is a period no other civilization has did before. So, as a very straight message, we need to work together. The local partners, the international partners, including ICYF and ICCIA, to build that local ecosystem inside Azerbaijan for that entrepreneurship and the whole Islamic world. Because if we build the right ecosystem inside every country, then we need to introduce those entrepreneurs to the rest of the world. So we need to build that two levels. Locally, the local ecosystem, and then globally, which is the international ecosystem through our Islamic world. This is my clear message to all our partners. I'd like at the end to thank everyone who participated in that forum, and I am looking to be here, inshallah, more and more every single year, with more results coming from that forum, with more guests coming from around the world, especially our Muslim world. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Among our guests, there is the President of the National Confederation of Entrepreneurs of Businessmen of the Republic of Azerbaijan, His Excellency Mr. Mammat Musayev. Mr. Musayev, the floor is yours. Distinguished Ahmad, distinguished Gaksal, distinguished Tahabay, dear Yusuf Hassan, dear Orhan, I would like to salutate all forum attendants and media workers, but also I would like to salutate His Excellency Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to Azerbaijan. You know that it's a big event. Azerbaijan youth is the future of Azerbaijan. I wish this forum would be implemented in series. I'd like to salutate investors and youth entrepreneurs here. I'm so glad to see them all. I would like to express my gratitude to Orhan Mamadov, the chair of the board of the SME Development Agency. I would like to start my presentation with a quote of Ilham Aliyev. Youth plays a crucial role in development of all areas of our country. Youth actively participates in different corners of our country and do their favors. Azerbaijan entered post-war development phase, and Azerbaijan identified national priorities till 2030. With implication of the sustainable and constant targets which open new opportunities for development. In this regard, National Confederation of Entrepreneurs and Business People boosted business opportunities in the liberated area, and we had a strong cooperation with our partners. On 6 September 2022, we held a big business forum in Shusha with attendance of many participants. It was a crucial platform for business promotion. Besides, Confederation of Entrepreneurs Azerbaijan and SMEDE works in promotion of business opportunities and promotion of products and services of Azerbaijani entrepreneurs abroad. We play a crucial role in attraction and investment to Azerbaijan, and it's very nice that investors from Islamic countries are very active. I would like to highlight their activities of youth in this process. We implement new management styles, entrepreneurship. Currently, human factor were starting to play a more crucial role. The former president of the United States said investment into education is the most profitable, and Azerbaijani youth try to get quality in education. They try to go hand in hand with the present-day requirements, and they're innovative. Quite clear that youth entrepreneurs should be supported in order to be competitive in the market, and we provided those opportunities for our youth. Public-private partnership should be supported by the state of Azerbaijan. One of the key stakeholders in the process is National Confederation of the Entrepreneurs of Azerbaijan. We have got a commission under the auspices of Confederation working with youth entrepreneurship, which seeks support of innovative ideas. Besides, Confederation implements a project. Don't seek a job, create your job. This project streamlines the years for implementing necessary business ideas. As for raising professionals in service sector, Confederation did a great job. Thanks to the wise social economic reforms by the President Ilham Aliyev, we witness establishment of the agriculture park and free economic zones in the liberated areas, an active industrial park, and the Aras Valley. As we open and unlock so many opportunities for youth entrepreneurs. The issues discussed at this event implies very necessary ideas which are of paramount necessity, and we wish the courage and strength to all entrepreneurs in our country, specifically for youth. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and now we would like to give the floor to the chair of the board of the Small and Medium Business Development Agency of the Republic of Azerbaijan, His Excellency Mr. Orhan Mamadov. Please, Mr. Mamadov, the floor is yours. Distinguished public officials, dear guests, attendants of the event, honorable business people, I would like to salutate you all on behalf of me, on behalf of Kabia, and salutate you with cordial reception. You know that it became a tradition to hold Azerbaijan Westman Summit. The first ever summit was held last year. Since it coincided with pandemics, quite naturally we failed to bring together so many guests, also so many member states officials and participants tried to participate. We couldn't. However, so many participants are there. Here I would like to salute the representative Islamic Cooperation Organization and the delegation, but also public officials of the brother country of Turkey. I would like to salute the head of the Chamber of Commerce of ICO, and we are glad that you are together right here. Some 20 countries managed to get represented through their public officials and business activists. Starting from last year, we participated with International Entrepreneurship Forum, and hopefully we would be in position to host those fora in the near future in our country or abroad. Youth-driven investment are this year's topic, and it's very nice that we hold this event under this topic. It comes as no surprise because you know that in Azerbaijan there is a stability of social economic situation. We are located on the favorable juxtaposition, crossroads, but also we are endowed with energy and other resources, followed with implementation of so many projects. All these are key factors for holding these events and promotion youth entrepreneurship. Besides, we need to speak about the necessity for integration of the new resources and opportunities into the turnover after liberation of those areas, but also about better communication chances, which would increase investment attractiveness of our country. We've got comparative advantages in this regard. Azerbaijan may set some exemptions, incentives, and other instruments for promotion business in Karabakh. As for domestic application for business development in Karabakh area, we've got abundance of them, and it makes sense to speak that we are in the process. We received more than 1,300 applications to our agency. Also, I would like to say that 56% of those applications come from the foreign investors, and the bulk of these applications come from the member states. And currently we've got applications from roughly 40 countries. One of the key resources we doubt is undoubtedly human capital, specifically youth. Youth currently mainstream the capital flows and technological advances. Digitalization and fourth industrial revolutions are contexts for youth development. Not surprisingly that if we have a look at the business champions for the last 10 years, we could witness high representation of youth. 27% of the human resources and able-bodied human resources are represented by youth, and we implement different EU schemes for their support and promotion of their businesses. Hobbies such as tax exemptions for 3 years for startups, but also provides the grant for the winners of the call. What I say that highlights the importance of our forum and also indicates what role we may play globally. As you could see, the agenda of the forum is very intense. Hopefully we would be in position to have a very prolific and instrumental discussions within the forum frameworks, and specifically I would like to say that we would have a lot of participation of the startups, and We are always ready to move forward and to promote our partners in our capacity of SMED. We, as a development agency, are more than eager to side by local and foreign investors and business people. Roughly 1 month later, we will celebrate the 5th anniversary of our agency, which worked in business promotion and attraction of the business entities. We implemented a lot of events in this regard, and Azerbaijan Business Forum, but also Investment and Youth Entrepreneurship Forum are one of the vivid evidences of our activities. Dear friends, I would like to highlight that this forum coincides with a National Revival Day in Azerbaijan. For 31 years after regaining of independence, Azerbaijan took ownership of so many risks. However, under the guidance of the all-national leader Heydar Aliyev and his follower and successor Ilham Aliyev, the actual president of Azerbaijan, moved forward enormously. Currently, Azerbaijan turned in one of the key rising powers of the region. The head of the state identified national priorities till 2030 and also approved the relevant strategy. And these are the key quarters, the key frameworks of our activities. Hopefully, under this forum, we would be in position to put forward new initiatives for implementation of strategic targets, for reaching strategic targets, and for promotion, business, and investment opportunities. Finally, I would like to give my thanks to all event attendants and wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Distinguished guests, you know that Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum is one of the conveners of the forum, and now I'd like to invite you to watch the movie about ICOI.
Vulnerabilities and dysfunctionalities of the international system, and exhibited this reality to every citizen of the world, regardless of their age, race, and social class, making us once again question the current state.
The COVID-19 pandemic has flattened the political and economic hierarchies of the last century or so. The East, West, South, North, rich, poor, democratic, and liberal divisions have turned out to be highly questionable.
2020 brought many challenges, but it made one thing very clear, that no institution or individual alone can address the economic, environmental, social, and technological challenges of our complex, interdependent world.
It will lead to a question whether it will break us or we will be together strong.
There is no doubt that we will overcome this. However, we need to do better this time. We can't just go back to the status quo that we had before and call it a new normal. It was simply not sustainable and inclusive.
And who would have thought that in this enlightened millennium, more than 1 billion people would be living on less than $1.25 a day, 70% of them women, that every 4 or 5 seconds a child would die because of poverty and preventable illnesses.
The world we want to build must be a resilient one. We have to redefine our social contract. We need to act now, act deliberately. This is the moment we can proactively reshape the system that everyone can benefit from. In doing so, the youth are the key.
We do need a role for youth, and we do need a different world. Youth are in the front line in building new world, in bringing change, bringing about change.
The youth are agents of change. However, the youth needs to be empowered, have a role in decision making, and put at the heart of solutions urgently, as next crises are already waiting for us around the corner.
We are lacking fresh ideas. Maybe it is time for us to have young people on the board so that they can come up with fresh ideas. These people should be involved in the governance also, in the decision making.
And any bridge which will be built
if it's built by the young people, perhaps will be the bridge of the future.
Providing platforms for the youth in every possible area, ICYF has been working tirelessly to better serve and respond effectively to the needs and challenges of young people, and continues to equip the youth with the necessary tools and skills to reach their full potential. Take part in policy and decision making, and mobilizing them to be the main driving force for social progress and a resilient future.
In these tough times of pandemic and post-pandemic, it's crucial for us and for all to get youth together and mobilize efforts towards much more effective and sustained solutions and actions.
The time to rebuild and make a vital choice is past due. The youth should not feel trapped in an obsolete system. We need a new inclusive mechanism with youth-centered approaches, spearheaded by governments, civil organizations, policymakers, decision-makers, and all stakeholders. We are connected to each other like never before, and we already contribute to the resilience of our communities, proposing innovative solutions, driving progress and inspiring change. With political commitment and resources, we, the youth, can make the world a better place for all.
Değerli qonaqlar, filmdə
Distinguished guests, among the speakers of the movie, we could see His Excellency Mr. Taha Ayhan, the President of the Islamic Conference Youth Forum, and I would like to give the floor to Mr. Taha Ayhan for the statement, please. Mr. Ayhan, the floor is yours.
Selamünaleyküm. Your Excellencies, His Excellency Göksel Aşan, His Excellency Arda Elmut, His Excellency Bir Sengendo, the ASG of the OIC, His Excellency Yusuf Halevi Bey, the SG of the ICCIA, and His Excellency and my brother Süleymanov Timur, the Minister of Youth of Tatarstan, dear investors, dear young people, dear entrepreneurs, dear participants, dear member of the press. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, thank you very much for joining us today. In the beginning of my words, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the presidents of both countries, to the Honorable President of Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and the Honorable President of Republic of Azerbaijan, the President Ilham Aliyev, for their supports, efforts, and belief and trust in youth. With their support, we avail ourselves to organize several organizations throughout the world, but especially in Azerbaijan and Turkey. And I want to express my thanks to our dear partners for enabling this great organization. First of all, to the Orhan Mehmet of the KOBİA, SMBD. And also I want to express my thanks to our regional office, ERC, Eurasian Regional Office of ICYF, for their efforts to enable this forum. After very influential speeches from very influential guests of honor, it's very hard and difficult to make our speech, but I want to just express several issues, then I want to leave the floor to the sessions because I'm very excited to hear their voices and hear the opinions. In ICYF, we have held ICYF investment summits for betterment of the youth and development of the status of the youth of the OIC countries and also the diaspora Muslims. Because according to the researchers that we have conducted up to now, and also according to the researchers from several countries, several international organizations, unfortunately, the youth of the OIC countries are suffering from economic difficulties firstly. And once you deep into the reasons of these economic difficulties, it is very usual to see the lack of education, lack of training, lack of vocational education, and also the access to the markets. And as ICYF, we are trying to create media for introducing the investors to the entrepreneurs, for enabling the financial institutions to meet with the startups, and also creating incubation centers, vocational educational centers, and elements like online educational facilities to give them some opportunities, to raise the opportunities for our youth. And on this regard, I want to ask and I want to request, as the head of the OIC Youth, from esteemed participants and from the whole world to support our youth on especially education, training, and easing their access to the markets. I think they are the most important issues for our young brothers and sisters. And also, one last word about our upcoming programs. As you know, we have declared Kazan, the capital of the Tatarstan, as the OIC Youth capital for this year. And even though during the current circumstances throughout the world, we keep our commitment to keep Kazan as the OIC Youth capital. On this regard, hopefully we will have a closing ceremony at the 15th of December. So I want to share the invitation, open invitation to all our esteemed guests to the Kazan, to this beautiful city, to celebrate the closing ceremony and honoring us in Kazan for the 15th of December. And again, thank you very much to all partners, to all sponsors, and to all stakeholders of this beautiful investment summit. I hope we can see investment summit in the next years, and also I hope it will be fruitful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the participants. Ma salam.
Değerli qonaqlar, bununla
Distinguished guests, this is the end of the opening session of Azerbaijan Westminster Youth Entrepreneurship Forum, and we would like to introduce you for the group photo. And while our attendants are gathered on the scene, we would like to express our gratitude to the sponsors and conveners of the forum. And now you're invited to the coffee tea break. After the coffee tea break, we would proceed with the panel discussions on the Islamic culture and financing. Thank you.